Now in this tutorial, we're going to be solving exercises where we're going to have to find the gradient at a given point. Now what's so special about this tutorial is that we're going to be working with an exercise that has previously drawn graphs. So by drawing suitable tangents on a tracing paper, find the gradient of the graph. So we have at first point A, where it is at x equal to -2, which is exactly right here. And so at this particular point, we're going to have to pivot the ruler where it intersects with the line only at this particular point, and it forms two equivalent angles on both sides respectively. So taking a closer look, now that we have drawn our gradient, let's go ahead and calculate it. To calculate the gradient, you're going to have to be working with x. So we draw a run and a rise. Right here, you can notice that our run is equivalent to 2 units and the rise is equivalent to only 1.5 units. But taking another look, the direction of the rise is upwards. It is positive, which means that it is positive 1.5, while the run is equivalent to 2. So in such case, to calculate your gradient, go ahead and divide rise over run, which is basically 1.5 divided by 2. That is the gradient at x equal to -2. Rise over run equal to 1.5 divided by 2. And so that would be 0.75, the gradient for A. Moving on to part B. Part B is talking about the particular point x equal -half, which is exactly right here. Pivot your ruler, same way as we've done before, where it intersects at one point and forms two equivalent angles on both respective sides. Now that we have our gradient drawn, we're going to have to form a right triangle. Now, what's special about forming your right triangle is that as much as bigger it gets, it's way easier to find the gradient. Say that I go for a larger right triangle from this side in order to find my gradient. I'm going to have a run equivalent to 2 units and not only 1. And I'm going to have my rise equivalent to almost 6 units. So in such case, once I have my rise equivalent to 6 units right here, so I can find my gradient. After we have found the rise equivalent to 6, and we need to find its direction, which is negative, so that would be -6, now we can calculate the gradient. Gradient at x equal half is the rise over the run. So for x equal -half, the rise was -6 and the run was 2. So that would be -3, the gradient for part B.